Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan Inspires, aka the Little Engineer That Could, and welcome back to the YouTube channel where I give practical advice to engineer success in your life. Now, if you haven't already, please do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, help your boy grow this channel. Please, if you're new to the page, welcome. If you're back here after looking at other videos, welcome back. Now, this video we're going to talk about 3 key phrases that I believe every single man should incorporate into their vocabulary and into their life in the new year. So if you're interested, stick around and let's get into it. Let's get into the video. Let's go. Alright, so boom. 3 key phrases that I believe every single man should incorporate into their lives in the new year. Let's get into it one time. Now, these 3 phrases, I want you to know that they all start with I. So men, it's all starting with I, the man in the mirror, you. And with these phrases, I believe this could be the 1%. We all talk about getting 1% better every day. And if you're 1% better for 365 days in the year, then you're 365% better at the end of the year. These phrases, if incorporated, I believe can get you 1% better every single day. No. Let's get right into it. I was going to say something else, but let's get into it. The first phrase is I love you. That's right. I love you. Now, there are many variations of this, right? And I know people always say like I love you, L-U-V, or love you, L-U-H. But I'm talking about the 4-letter word L-O-V-E. Now, the reason why I say you have to use this variation, especially when you're writing it, messaging, is because that word has power. That word is a very powerful word, especially when you mean it. So when you're talking to someone and you say, I love you, or you're messaging someone, you say, I love you, it comes off more genuine, I personally believe. Not to mention how many times this word appears in the Bible. And the biggest thing that we've seen, right? Like God is love. It never said God is L-U-V, God is L-U-H. It says God is L-O-V-E. Very impactful word. And when we say I love you to people that we love, people that we deal with, people who we genuinely love, we're expressing to them that, hey, I love you. If I'm supposed to leave this earth tomorrow, I love you. And that word, when we express it to others, it has an impact on them. It has a genuine impact on them. So, for instance, if you, your man, your spouse is, their love language is acts of service, and yours is physical touch. People perceive love in different ways, right? So if you decide, okay, I'm going to physically touch her throughout the day to express love, and she's looking for acts of service, that could be misconstrued. But if you say, I love you, and you express your love, she will know, and we all know that love followed by action, that's how you show it. But when you say it, or you message it throughout the day, I love you, L-O-V-E, you, or you write a note, I love you, it is expressed. They're able to know that you love them. The other thing is your kids. Now, I don't think men realize how important it is for them to tell their kids that they love them. Especially men who have like boy children. Like your daughter. I don't have any daughters, but I believe it's probably way easier because it's your daughter, and daughters cling to their fathers. But saying I love you to your sons have a major role in their lives, a major impact in their lives, makes major impact in their lives. And here's why I say this, right? I could tell you exactly where I was, what was happening the first time I could actively remember when I heard my father said love you. It was probably 15 years ago. It was sometime in 2010 because that's when I was coming to college and I was leaving. And it was very, I've been home the entire time. So it was me leaving to come to college for the next however much years. And I'm still here. And I remember him saying, love you, right before I leave. And I was like, oh, for real? No, not to say that my father didn't love me. I know that he did because of the things he did, like dropping me to school, providing, like, you know, those type of things, that he loves you. But to hear him say it, which I haven't heard before, or I didn't recall him saying it, I just remember that time when he said it. So that's why I feel like it's really important for us as men to incorporate those words, I love you, because it has that impact. Now, I love you could also go to your homies, to your friends. Like for me, I will tell the homies straight up all the time, love you, bro. Love you forever. Like I don't mind saying those things. And the reason why I don't mind saying those things is because I genuinely have love. I genuinely love the people that I have in my life. All my friends who have been around me for years, the new ones, I genuinely love them. I don't feel less of a man expressing that love to them. So the words I love you is something that in the new year, feel free to use it. Feel free to use it with your family. Feel free to use it with your friends. Feel free to use it with your spouse, your partner. Be sure to use those words. I love you. And again, we're not talking about the variations. We're talking about LOVE. Matter of fact, yo, let's do something. Let's call one of the homies right now and see if they answer. And we're gonna say, "I love you." Let's just see what's going on. See what happened. Yo,
What?
what you doing, buddy?
I know it's something.
Nothing. I just recording a little video here. I was gonna say, "Love you, bro." That didn't go as planned, but we gonna still rock with it, right? All right. So yeah, I agree. So. I believe you should be telling the people that you love them, because this world is crazy. You never know what could happen. Letting people know that you love them is a blessing that we don't get to hear often. And so, with all the negativity in the world, hearing the words "I love you" could really spark, just to know that you're loved could really make you feel good. So, I love you. First one. All right. Now let's get to the second one. Number two. Number two, the three, it's again, three word phrase that we all need to incorporate in the new year is I am sorry, or I'm sorry, or sorry, I was wrong. This one we could have variations. I don't mind the variations for this one. I was wrong, I'm sorry, yo, my bad, yo, I didn't mean to do that. Once it doesn't have a but, and once it's not a I'm sorry you felt that way. Once it's full accountability, I'm cool with whatever variation you're using. So the second one is I am sorry. No, the I am sorry is really something that men need to do, because we could be so macho, so like don't want to show weakness, don't want to show vulnerability, that we are even prideful to the point where we don't want people to know when we were wrong. Like we don't want to show that form of weakness. When in truth, the most humble thing you could do is say I am sorry, especially when you were wrong. It's something that a lot of people who may not be as forgiving or need to go on their healing journey need to hear from us, because we're human, right? We're not perfect. We're not Jesus. So when you make a mistake and you go to someone and you say, look, hey, my bad, I'm sorry for what I did, you're now giving them the opportunity to start their healing process. If they didn't, you're giving them an opportunity to forgive you and give you that gift of forgiveness because you were able to take full accountability, and now they might feel more inclined to forgive you for whatever you may have done. And I am sorry doesn't take away from you. It's not a sign of weakness, it's actually a sign of strength that you're self-aware enough and able to take full accountability for your actions. So it's not a weakness. Don't look at it as a weakness, but look at it as a strength actually. So I am sorry. Like, you may be, again, you make mistakes, right? You may be rushing to get out the house one day, and you get frustrated and you start being sharp and shouting at your kid, or you might be sharp and abrupt with your wife. A simple, once you calm down, I am sorry. And even if you do take time to, like, think about it, process it, and then realize, okay, I was wrong, and you go back and you say, I am sorry, this is the most mature thing that you could start doing for the new year. That I am sorry. And it might not be, while it is something that you can do for yourself, it really does help other people, the persons you're apologizing to, just so that they can see that you're willing to take full accountability. Then they may be more inclined to take full accountability when they are wrong as well. Not saying that's what you're doing it for, but it's also something you're doing for you can also be for them, especially when you've wronged someone to the point you've hurt them so bad that they're holding a grudge, or they may be still kind of unforgiving. That I am sorry could spark that healing process. So that was the second one that we must incorporate in our vocabulary in the new year. I am sorry. I hope you all are enjoying this. If you are, please hit that subscribe button, because I know I drop in gems, I know I drop in jewels. So hit that subscribe button, comment down below, and say, I am sorry. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But the third one. So the third one. All right, let's get into it. This is the third one. I told you this video gonna be short, but the third one, y'all. And this one is one that I believe a lot of men struggle with, myself included. I'm not jogging it on. Let's just get into it. Third one is, I need help. All right, yo. I need help is one of the hardest things for most men to say. And if I'm lying, fellas, comment down below. Say, yo, you're lying, you're tripping. Ladies, if you think I'm lying, comment down below. Say, no, you're lying. If you think I'm telling the truth, comment down below and tell me I'm telling the truth. I know this for a fact. As a man, you could be very prideful. Your ego could get in the way, and you could be struggling. You could be going through. You could be doing things, trying to figure it out on your own, and you will suffer in silence before you go to anyone and say, I need help. I'm talking about you would suffer in silence and not even go to a professional and say, I need help. Think about all the men who don't go to the doctor, right? They don't go to the doctor because they feel like they could figure it out. They feel like, oh, I could thug through this pain. I could tough out this pain. Or they don't go to the therapist because they feel like, I could figure it out on my own. Why would I go for someone to help me when I could figure this out on my own? I mean, you'll have people who like overweight, and they know their friend is a personal trainer, and they won't go to their friend and say, yo, I need help losing this weight, or yo, I'm really struggling with this. I need help figuring this out. So it's really a thing that we as men need to incorporate in our vocabulary. I need help, especially when you need the help. I'm not saying that, you just go around asking, begging for help the entire time. But when you've tried to figure it out and you aren't able to figure it out, and then you go to someone and you say, I need help, at that point in time, you're telling yourself, and after you keep doing it over and over, you're giving yourself that muscle memory of, if you can't do it on your own, you can ask for help. It becomes easier to ask for help, is what I'm trying to say. And if you think you don't need help, think back to when Jesus was leaving earth, going back into heaven. He said, I'm going to leave you a helper. He knew we needed help. Not saying that men is the only people who need help, women need help too, but we all need help at some point in time in our lives. Like, we all need help. So, I personally believe that you, as a man, should put your ego aside, put your pride to the side, and if you know you need help, just go and say, I need help to whoever you believe can help you. It's something that will help grow your collaboration, help grow your relationship in the end, because you'd realize who's there for you and who are not there, who are there for you and who people are not there for you. But it's no shame in the game. There's no there's nothing that's gonna make you less of a man for asking for help. Again, the three of them. If you're a man, incorporate these three things into your vocabulary in the new year to help you become a better version of yourself. Number one is, I love you. Number two is, I am sorry. And number three is, I need help. Yo, if this was impactful, if this helped you out in any way, be sure to subscribe, comment down below and let me know. Is there anything that I'm missing? Are there any words that you think men should start saying more in the new year? Comment it down below. I'll be down in the comments reading those messages. And it's your boy Ryan Inspires, aka the little engineer that could. And you already know, if I could, you could.